Well, this one should be interesting. Let's talk Q. In the words of crazydaysandnights.net, truth will always out. Guys, before we begin, I got to show you something really cool. This is from our friends at Rugged Reserves. This is the best survival flashlight on the internet today. It'll light up the dark with 1200 lumens and can be seen 2 nautical miles away. It's got a life-saving emergency strobe, and get this, it's solar powered, and you can charge your phone with it anywhere, anytime because it has a USB port. Other features include a compass and a glass-breaking hammer. Honestly, this is the coolest flashlight you'll ever see. And you can get yours today for as low as $49.99. Visit patriotflashlight.com. I'll provide the link directly below this video. So let's get started with this video by defining drama. An exciting, emotional, or unexpected series of events or set of circumstances. Disinformation. False information that is intended to mislead, especially propaganda issued by a government organization to a rival power or the media. COINTELPRO. From 1956 to 1971, COINTELPRO, derived from counterintelligence program, was a series of covert and at times illegal projects conducted by the U.S. Federal Bureau of Investigation aimed at surveilling, infiltrating, discrediting, and disrupting domestic political organizations. What is Q? Q is a clearinghouse of juicy information, people, names, places, and things with a spotlight on deep state criminal activities. What is the Q drama all about? Critics say Q is a LARP, a hoax, disinformation designed to give people who follow Q false hope. Who is Q? Q is a high-level government or military insider or insiders with Q-level security clearance. Proponents and researchers of Q don't know who Q is. No one does. However, the vocally rabid critics of Q say they've figured it out, and it's this guy.
And if you've been watching, you understand that Pamphlet Anon is at the brim of it. He's the one running all of it.
Pamphlet Anon, somebody who I've actually interviewed, and who says this about the implausibility of him being Q. You were accused of even being Q at one point.
Oh yeah, that was the narrative they were running with for quite some time. I think they're actually still running with it. It blows my mind because I'm, believe me, folks, way too dumb to be Q, way too stupid to be Q.
Q proofs. Is there any data which suggests Q is a legit source of quality information, or is it all just conjecture and nonsense? Yes. Anons have collected much data which suggests Q is real. Visit qproofs.com to learn more, and according to Praying Medic on YouTube,
the fact that Q knew in November that there was a U.S. attorney working on the prosecution of the swamp, which was not announced to anyone else until March, is one of the biggest proofs that Q has to have information inside the highest level of the Trump administration. There's no way anyone could guess that was happening.
So back to the drama and rabid hate. If you were Islamic and believed Muhammad was the prophet of God, and I disagreed with you with every fiber of my being, would I be sane or insane to make video after video, day after day, targeting you and each individual who believes in Muhammad? Well, that's what Q critics have been doing for weeks on end. Let's listen to a Q critic or two and a Q proponent, and then you can vote on who you think has the moral high ground and who you might prefer to listen to on a regular basis. First, a critic or two.
It's just ridiculous. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid, right? The QAnon stuff is a complete, there's no way that they wouldn't be all over this if it was a real thing.
And the reason we're willing to stand up like this against this, LARP, that's really what it is. It's fake. It's not real. There's not going to be any more confirmations because it's not legitimate. Nothing's going on.
And this person is putting out pro-Trump shit and they're not clamping down. It's just fucking stupid. Please, man, I'm just, why do I even have to make this fucking video? Like, why can't you see this? Why can't you see that this is impossible?
And now, a Q proponent.
Even if I thought Q wasn't real, I wouldn't make a video about it. Who cares if it's real or not? The result is tremendously positive. And whoever this LARP is, they're like helping us. But this isn't a LARP. Q is real. It's already been proven over and over and over again. If you have at least a half a brain cell in your head, you would know it's real. If you go to this folder, the Q Mega Meme, which is in the link is in the description below, you'll see side by side, Q new. These are all the proofs. And it just seems like no amount of proof is going to be enough. And these people are divisive. They're going out of their way to divide.
It's pathetic. It's cult-like, pathetic behavior.
Which sounds unhinged to you. Of course, she's right. Deplorable McAllister, aka Linda Paris, is absolutely right. The information that has come from Q has brought many tens of thousands of people together with a sharp focus on the New World Order shadow government criminals who have worked tirelessly for more than 2 decades to put the final nails in the coffin of the great experiment known as the Republic of the United States of America. These monstrous demonic forces have usurped the Constitution and our nation's laws in their attempt to usher in a nightmarish version of the Communist Manifesto. Q calls these people traitors, and who among us would disagree? The burgeoning movement of Americans who have become aware of these facts is known as the Great Awakening. Does that sound like a good thing or a bad thing? Is it the type of political movement that would leave you foaming at the mouth with anger, or filled with the kind of hope that spurs you to action? Critics say, stand down, GI, nothing has changed and nothing ever will. Proponents of Q say President Trump wants to restore law and order to our country. But the swamp is so deep with traitors that very strategic, deliberate steps must be taken to drain it. Remember the arrest of the Muslim Brotherhood's Imran Awan, Debbie Wasserman Schultz's IT guy? Well, he's apparently negotiated some kind of plea deal, but he reportedly sang like a bird, so his entire testimony is now on the record. Do you think Debbie Wasserman Schultz is happy about this, or terrified? How about Hillary Clinton? With credit to neonrevolt.com, this article from the Goldwater provides much insight into this part of the plan to restore law and order. In Q language, this would be known as the boom. Behind the scenes, the Office of the Inspector General and the Attorney General overseeing the Department of Justice are actively engaged in a major investigation, possibly the largest in American history. The investigation is ongoing, and not even members of Congress are being informed as to the details of what the OIG and the AG are doing to take down the international criminal organization of Hezbollah for the reasons of safety and security of those patriots working in the case who are seeking justice. There's zero doubt, underscored by the silence from the media, that the Attorney General of the United States of America has increasingly gained information from Awan and placed him into isolated protection prior to his indictments to be used as a key witness in future cases exposing the Hezbollah crimes Obama ordered the government to ignore. Quite simply, it's hard to believe that Imran Awan would not receive life in prison. He was caught red-handed. When federal prosecutors say there isn't enough evidence, it means one of two things. Either Imran Awan is now a crucial key to testifying in a larger case, or a cover-up happened and there is no justice. It's one of the two. There are no other options here. You'll want to read the entire article for yourself. I'll put the post below. But how do you think Little Debbie is feeling right about now, as the dominoes start to fall? You might recall that Debbie was just a bit concerned about one of her missing laptops a while back, so worried in fact that she threatened the DC police chief with repercussions if it wasn't immediately returned to her.
With the permission of, through the investigation, and we'll return the equipment. But until that's accomplished, I can't return the equipment.
I think you're violating the rules when you conduct your business that way, and should expect that there would be consequences. I yield back.
One might say you can see the stress on her face. So, would any of this be occurring if the globalist Rothschild agent and actual witch, Hillary Clinton, had gotten back into the Oval Office? Critics say nothing has changed, and nothing ever will. Q and proponents of Q prefer to see it a different way. Truth will always out. If you still like to think independently despite the rantings of critics, check out the article Divide They Try, Fail They Will at neonrevolt.com, link below. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and stay tuned. For real news 24/7, visit us at SGTreport.com. God bless.
If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face forever. The moral to be drawn from this dangerous nightmare situation is a simple one. Don't let it happen. It depends on you.